In this video, I'm going to teach you guys all you need to know to get started using Google Cloud Run. At the end of this video, you should have an application like this deployed on Google Cloud Run. So stick around to the end. Now, Cloud Run is a managed platform as a service offering by Google Cloud that enables users to deploy containerized workloads on GCP without worrying about infrastructure management. Right? It's a serverless platform and you don't have to worry about configuring your servers, maintenance, updates, etc. And in this video, I'm going to deploy a demo web application on Cloud Run that will show you guys how this platform works, how powerful this platform is, and how it's going to best suit your needs. All right, so stick around. This video is going to be very short. Also, it's going to be very insightful.
So first things first, you have to sign into your GCP console. That's console.cloud.google.com. All right, and when you are here, you just have to choose your project. I'm using my default project here, my first project, and then you search for Cloud Run. And this is what the interface looks like. You see, you can connect your repository. That's to create a CI/CD pipeline for your application. You can just deploy a simple container, which is what we are going to do on this video. And then you can create a job, create a worker pool, write a function in any of these programming lingos, right? Straightforward. So for this, right, if we're going to go to services, I'm going to deploy a container. And you can see all these options here, but for this video, we are going to use this option, which is deploy a simple container, and we are going to type in our image URL. So you can type in any image of your choice, but for this video, I'm going to go with this my custom image, which is a Netflix application built off Nginx, right? So if you type Nginx here, Apache, etc., is going to work. The service name, it's picked on default based on the image name. So if you don't want this, you can also change it. For the region, I'm going to use US Central 1. And for authentication, right, this is also very important. I'm going to allow public access because this is a front-end application, like a user-facing application. All right, for the billing, this is also very important. You can see on default, we have request-based. So this means you are charged only when processing requests. So when users are trying to use your application and they are making some API calls, etc., you are being charged for that. But the moment your application becomes idle, you are not being charged. But when you use instance-based, you are charged for the entire life cycle of the instance, right? So even when users are not using this application or making requests, as far as CPUs are allocated, you are also going to get billed. And for auto scaling, this is very important. You see set to 1 to reduce cold start. So the way Cloud Run works, right, in order to reduce your cost is the moment users are not accessing your application or they are not making requests to your application, it's going to scale down to 0 on default, right? So it's going to save you cost. But the moment they start trying to access your applications, the container starts up and it's going to take some seconds, right? And that's what we call cold starts. So in order to avoid cold starts, you set this to a minimum of 1. But what this means is that one instance of your app always runs continuously. And the moment you set this, your billing, of course, will definitely go up. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go with 0. And you can equally go with manual scaling also, but I prefer auto scaling. So ingress. When you are dealing with sensitive applications like some backend applications, you don't want them to be public facing, you can also choose your ingress to internal, which will allow traffic from your project, shared service control perimeters, etc. But for this video, I'm going to go with all, right? Because of course, this is a front end, this is a user-facing application. So for containers, this is very important. Which port this app run on, and I said this is built off Nginx, so it runs on port 80, and you can see for variables and secrets, if you have an application that connects to other sources, like okay, the database URL, etc., you can just add a variable like username is equals to this. And it's not advisable to paste in your password or database URL here. You can reference a secret. So you can see database URL is equals to a secret. I created this for one of my projects, DB URL, etc. But for this, we don't need environment variables. Volumes, we still don't need volumes, but I'm just going to explain it. If your app needs to mount storage, let's say you have some secret keys on secret manager and you don't want to bake them inside your Docker image, please don't do that. Don't bake secrets into Docker images. You can reference that secret from secret manager or from cloud storage bucket, those files, etc. So Cloud Run is very, very powerful. I'll just go ahead to create. All right, it's active. So now the moment of truth. So this is what the application looks like, right? This is what it looks like, and it's a very, very simple application. Movies, browse, etc. And when you are done, the next thing to do, of course, is to clean up. So you just click here and then you delete this to avoid unnecessary data. And yeah, I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because more videos like this will be coming. Yeah, thank you and have a nice day. See you guys in the next video.